To My Downfall debuted atop the Billboard chart. The first rock album to hit #1 this year. It had more than 500 million streams in under a week. The 30-year-old is one of the stars of the benefit concert Play On, airing tonight at 8 right here on CBS. We talked to Machine Gun Kelly at the Apollo Theater in New York, where he taped his performance and where he made his first big break. Machine Gun Kelly felt his career was floundering last year when he started working on his 5th album.
I had nothing to lose. Everyone thought I was a failure anyway. Everyone kind of already wrote me off.
So the rap star surprised everyone with a pop-punk album. When you titled it Tickets to My Downfall,
That's because I was falling.
you didn't think it was ironic in the beginning.
It wasn't ironic.
Then, ironically, Tickets to My Downfall went to #1. How'd that feel?
Sad to say, but it made me believe in myself again.
Machine Gun Kelly was full of ambition when he started rapping as a teenager in Cleveland, Ohio. Born Colson Baker, his lightning-fast delivery earned him his nickname. His first big break came at New York's Apollo Theater. Do you remember walking out on the stage for the first time?
I walked out this side.
He was 18 when he decided to test himself in front of the Apollo's notoriously tough audience at amateur night.
Right when I got to about here, booze started coming.
Booze?
Mm-hmm. I had never been booed. It happens kind of like that with everybody, but especially if you look like me and you're coming out to do a rap song. They were like, nah.
What made you decide to come here in the first place?
I was broke and I had a kid on the way and I was working at a burrito restaurant.
Literally.
Literally.
But he won.
That was the first check I ever got for music. Was right here, $45.
45 bucks.
Yeah, first place at the Apollo.
He was signed to Bad Boy Records by Sean Combs. And his first 3 rap albums all went gold. But Baker's been haunted by a turbulent childhood. His mother abandoned him when he was 9, and he had a rocky relationship with his father, who died in July.
And to be honest, man, when my dad passed, during the middle of all this, like, I changed. Everything changed. I thought that was my last chance at feeling loved.
You reconciled at the end.
We did. And that
mean a lot?
Yeah, I learned to cry for the first time. I learned that I was turning all my sadness into anger, and that's why I was so angry all the time.
At the end of his song Lonely, he included a recording of his father describing how Colson was born.
I traded all for you.
It was just a dangerous birth. His umbilical cord was stuck around his neck.
I came into this world trying to take myself out of this world. When you learn that and you realize like why I struggle with so much depression or why I struggle with so much, like, why am I here? Why should I be here? It's because from 0 years old, I was already asking myself the same question. I came in and my head was blue. They had to, you can feel my skull. You can feel where the tongs gripped my head and twisted me off.
Yeah.
It really wasn't supposed to go like this, so...
You weren't supposed to be here?
No.
As Colson Baker, he also has an acting career.
May we all make it to heaven before the devil knows we're dead, baby!
Yeah.
It was on a film set this year that he met his new love, Megan Fox, who was with him at the Apollo. She makes a cameo on the album. And he also dedicates a song to his now 11-year-old daughter, Casey.
I had to let you know that everything about me was you.
I want to encourage love, and I just kind of wanted to show a little bit of, like, see how special it is, even if for a moment you can feel that magic is real.
Would you ever want to do an album as Colson, or not?
I don't think so.
No?
No. That guy's...
Different guy.
Way different guy.
Yeah.
They don't get along at all, dude.
He's working on reconciling the two and has started going to therapy. But Machine Gun Kelly still dances dangerously on a ledge between them.
Trying to get away from those ledges. It'd be nice to be on a plateau. No, it wouldn't. I don't like that. I always want to be on a ledge, man. I think you're always going to be more aware and more exciting and excitable when you're about to fall.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as I keep my balance, I prefer to just be on that ledge.
You're comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's how art should be.
And you can watch Play On tonight at 8, 7 Central here on CBS and CBS All Access. The concert raises funds for the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund and the Group Y Hunger. His performance is amazing. So is Maren Morris, LL Cool J, Ziggy Marley, Andra Day, Sarah Bareilles, John Batiste. We have a great lineup, a great show. I hope to tune in.
I know, but let's talk about him for just a second, because he seems very complicated, but very thoughtful. He said so many things, turned his sadness into anger, and then he came into this earth trying to take himself out. It seemed, Anthony, even when you were talking to him, that he's thinking about what you're asking and trying to figure out how, not to avoid the question, but what does he want people to know about him? He's got a lot going on.
He's got a lot going on. He's an extremely thoughtful and smart guy who I think has now that he's 30 and lost his father, has started realizing a lot of what's affected him without knowing it before.
30 is still so young. It's interesting hearing him say that he thinks art is best made from the ledge.
Yes, which I think a lot of artists feel. And but sometimes you gotta, to save yourself, you gotta get off the ledge.
I think it's good he mentioned that he's in therapy too, and I think that clearly he thinks he needs it, and I'm hoping that will be very helpful for him.
Yeah, but as you see, he's an incredibly dynamic live performer.
Yeah.
And a very thoughtful.
Now, I didn't know anything about other than Megan. I knew he was dating Megan Fox.
I knew he wore a pink suit one time.
It was gorgeous. I didn't know anything about him. That was fascinating. And we should say, you're producing. You're one of the producers on this.
As I've said multiple times now, full disclosure, I'm one of the executive producers of this show. We worked for months, and we're thrilled it's finally airing. And
I don't know how hard other people work, but I know you have worked very hard.
They've all worked harder than I have. So
I can't
hats off to all of them, and to all the artists who came out, including Colson Baker, Machine Gun Kelly, for helping us. It really
the name
means the world.
Colson Baker. I hope they do get together. Colson
I
Baker
hope
and
they do
Machine
too.
Gun Kelly. I think that could be magic. You can hear more of Anthony's conversation with Machine Gun Kelly on today's CBS This Morning podcast. Coming up, how a brave girl is